A few words on regret, healing, and redemption. I was that 8-year-old kid who used to slam his helmet and throw his bat in the dugout. I played with aggression and anger. If I didn't get a hit every time or make every single play, I was fighting mad, angry as a hornet, hotter than fish grease. Some of my earliest memories involve my father taking me off the field and sending me to the car to cool down emotionally. And I battled that for my entire career, 23 years. Youth baseball, high school baseball, college, and in the pros. In the end, I caused emotional injuries to myself and people who really loved and cared about me. When I was young, my behavior was embarrassing and would injure my parents emotionally, cause them a lot of stress. And then as I got older, my behavior was embarrassing towards myself and injured myself emotionally because I carried not only the weight of trying to perform, but the weight of how I behaved when I wasn't able to perform. In the end, my career was marked with flashes of athletic brilliance and baseball prowess, as well as really low lows, deep, dark slumps, inconsistent performance, and behavior. I would say the low point in my career was playing for the low-A Savannah Sand Gnats and being sent back to the spring training complex late in the season as a warning sign that I better get my head right if I wanted to continue to be a Washington Nationals farmhand. And then the high point was probably a 21 home run season in 2007, hitting for the Cycle in Portland, Maine versus the Sea Dogs, and then going deep in Fenway Park in a Double-A game the next day. When it was all said and done, I was really an inconsistent performer. And I remember professional coaches talking with me and begging me to get the mental part of my game figured out so that I could take advantage of the physical gifts I'd been given. I regret all of that. I wish I could go back with the perspective I have today. I'm not telling you that if I would have had a better mental approach, that I would have made it to the major leagues. But I'm telling you that I had the physical tools necessary to do it. And if I had been able to handle the challenges of the game, I certainly would have given myself a much better chance. I've really healed from a lot of that. I've had to forgive myself. I've had to work through that regret. Some of that has just come from maturing. Some of that came from having amazing teammates towards the end of my career, guys like Zach Penpraise, who's my business partner here at MindBeats. I entered my 20s as a college student. I exited my 20s as a married man with children who played professional baseball, traveled both domestically and internationally. And by the time I was 28, 29 years old, I was a completely different person. Thank God. I remember playing in a men's league when I had gotten back from living overseas when I was about 29 years old. I had 2 little kids at home. And for the first time, I lost in an athletic event where I gave it everything that I had, and I missed a 3-pointer that would have won the game. And I got in my truck, and I didn't completely freak out. I didn't slam my seat or start slapping myself in the face or scream bloody murder inside my truck out of anger and dissatisfaction. And from that moment on, I haven't had any issues with competitive situations and how I might react if it doesn't go my way. Some people mature early. Some people it takes a little bit more time. For me, I just had to get into my late 20s to really kind of figure all of that out and develop to the point where I could compete with everything I had, lose, and be okay with it. My athletic career was an exciting one. It spanned 3 college sports, 1 professional sport. I burned hot, played hard, jumped high, ran fast, hit the ball far, dove on the floor. Uniform was always dirty. And I created some amazing memories for myself and for the people who got to watch me play. I have found healing and peace with my athletic journey, and I'm thankful for every moment I had on the field and the court. Since retiring from baseball, I've built, operated, and owned my own baseball training facility. I now coach and do lessons, umpire, sit on the local Babe Ruth board. I do anything that I can to grow the game and teach communities how important it is for the health of their town, as well as teach youngsters how enjoyable the game is when you understand all of the little details and the history. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to help a new generation of ball players avoid the regret and have to go through the healing that I did. MindBeats and coaching and volunteering is my redemption. Through these words and these songs, I have the opportunity to prevent the emotional injury of a new generation of athletes. I have the opportunity to help them not have to look back and regret the way they behaved or the decisions that they made. I love teaching young athletes about breathing, vision, considering the passage of time, and the story that they want to write. And Mind Beats gives Zach and I the ability to do all of that. So there's my story. Regret, healing, and redemption. Free and clear.